Issue for Mike Brown.
That has had a hit on the back of the car. What has happened there? Has he lost it or has he been hit? Oh, is that Luke Ward just nailed him?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a shame. That locked up, wasn't he, Luke? Yeah, so Nick Halstead in the 40.
James Townsend.
We've got James Townsend in the 24 in that fluorescent car.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah, so I said they've got traction control, which limits the rear.
To make a move as well, and side by side, this is for position, and muscling his way through now is the 21. Townsend gets barged off the track and onto the grass. That's going to damage the front splitter on that car.
Dangerous position because, yeah, that's why they've realised that that can be hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been there for a couple of laps. I was wondering why it was stopped there
as well, trying to make a career as a racing driver. A little bit of contact, wasn't it, with James Taylor and Colin White. James Taylor in the Team Hard pink and green car. He won that driver's a scholarship, by the way, for Team Hard.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
I mean, to be fair to James, and I'm not going to be fair to him, it looks like he kept his throttle on. That happens a bit further on, but amazing stuff that was at the front. What happens in the midfield? He gets tagged and spun round by Gary Townsend, yeah. Maybe, but he might have to. He's probably tried to get that car, that fluorescent car, off there, but I think it's beached. So do we see contact from the rear? It'll come in shot. Look for that fluorescent car. He'll probably come spinning into it, actually. Yeah, he just gets spun round, doesn't he? I think he's stuck on the curb there. But so look up further back. The green car that's coming over the brow now. Oh, he just misjudges it and hits the back of him. He just misjudged that, and he just clips Morris. So it was front left onto. Yeah, and then he thinks about, I think what's happened is his front left wheel is broken because he's got full lock on the gravel, isn't helping, around, yeah. And he's just trying to get out. But is that the safety car? It's a safety.
It's a new formula. It's Lawrence's new formula for next year.
Needs to open that DRS on that JCB. It's got a bit of resistance there, isn't it? It'll get bouncing along. He should have a helmet on, shouldn't he, if he's on track, not JCB low.
Yeah, yeah.
Look towards the middle and the back. You'll see the car is going to get...
Emson tagged by Henry Dawes.
That's right, okay. And there you can see Darren Leong is into the back in that 22. He's into the back of Colin White.
And Wes Pearce involved as well. So who is going to grab the amateur class one?
Henry Dawes just went in too late. But look at that. There was nowhere to go and they just couldn't slow down enough. And yeah, don't think it's over yet. I'll tell you what, it's not over yet. Look at this. Sommerfield's having to defend for his life. If he can get the switchback, Ratterkin could be on, but I think he's done enough.
So, are we going to see another win? He's had a problem going into the corner. Ratterkin dives through. A glance on the car as they come through the last corner. And contact. Around goes Ratterkin. We've got a wheel off. Oh, not the way we wanted to finish the race. And it's James Kellett that comes through. Kellett wins from 4th place on the last corner shenanigans. So what a race Sommerfield had driven. And
so you might have heard me scream because Sommerfield goes in deep in the 12. He then knows he's game over. Ratterkin doesn't really realise he's there, but then Sommerfield with no braking and maybe no throttle just drives in the back of him. I mean, look at it. So bit of a hip and shoulder. Can't really see from that angle as they come over the. Oh, tell you what, Millar was lucky in that DTO car.
So lucky, Paul.
That was a massive near miss. We should be counting our blessings. Look at Millar. Oh,
how did he get through that?
I tell you what, if he'd have hit the corner of that pit wall, we wouldn't be as jovial as we.
The race is dictated by time, and that's where the tyres got let loose already for Blake Anglis. And suddenly he realises it as well. I'm not sure he did coming through Duffer's Dip, but all of a sudden he tries to turn in at McIntyre's. The rear's possibly slightly better as well. Now closing the door behind Aston Millar. Can he squeeze ahead of Emson? Not quite. So Emson in 2nd place.
In the background there was a start line accident, so that did take out a couple of cars. There was cars off to the left and there was cars off.
It's a safer place to go. So we're concentrating obviously on the race lead. It was a good getaway for Dawes, but further back, Paul, in the shot. Yes.
That was
somebody's turned sideways. I couldn't spot who it was from that distance, and then this is the aftermath.
Yeah, someone had been turned. That was Conor Garlick going backwards through the gravel trap. Then the rest of them in cars that have just got bits everywhere. Right rear broken on that number 77 by the looks of it, and then everyone just clambers all over each other. And I think that's Luke War, is it?
It were 2 cars on the left-hand side of the grid. creeping through shot 1 or 2, then escaped. Definitely Luke Waugh into the back of the 24 of James Townsend.
Yeah, it was. There was Aston Millar in the lead in the 7 car. Does he turn across the front of him? Does he give him no? Oh, he does. I'm not even going to comment on that.
No.
Because that's going to be looked at, because to me that looked a bit 50-50. Difficult one, that, mate.
Without a safety car for the time being, despite the stranded Henry Dawes car, that's how Nick ended up there. Good avoiding driving from those around.
Yeah, just too much throttle. The 40 on the power now. As it comes over that crest, the rear goes light at the hairpin. It's a...
And comments if they don't, but it's fair, I think, as a new driver, being the AM. That's Luke Waugh. This is his home race. Oh.
Tokyo Drifter.
He was, wasn't it?
He had 2 bites at that, didn't he? Fair play.
Luke Waugh's a great lad, so consistent. He's normally top 3 of the championship at the moment, not quite in the...
Oh, that was Nick Halstead having a moment there at Agostini's hairpin.
He's got nobody in close quarters, so Tom Empson looking to the outside. This is the replay.
Something's gone wrong with the front. I would say it was a front left puncher, but it didn't. The car just didn't turn and miss out on the entry. But 2 different ways of driving around there. Bit of curb clipping and more curb. That was a seriously lucky escape. No, it wasn't. Aye, that's a big impact, massive.
Mike Brown, the car that Colin White was closing on there.
Will he have an attack launched at him again by Empson? Well, we're going to see about that, but in the background there's a little spin round, isn't there? So
that's Morris, that's Dan Morris.
Oh, it is Dan Morris, yeah. What happens? Luke Waugh there with the left rear problem that we've seen him pull up with. He's number 11 on your right-hand side. We're probably side by side, we're not past him. He loses his brakes. So he was trying to escape the contact, wasn't he? Got to be finished. He must have gone off so far because he's rattled the front of the car so hard.
Stones in the back. That's going to be Stones from Kelly's car, isn't it?
But look at the windscreen. The windscreen is destroyed. Looks like it's been Morris braking late. Locks up. Thinks, all right, well, I'm on now. Has a go. Well, they were side by side. It's a difficult one, that, when you go through there side by side, but just needed to be a bit more room between the drives. Let's have a listen. Ian Duggan on board. Does he just get round the outside? Oh, they could have given each other a bit. Could have given each other a bit more room, because that's out the back on the Grand Prix. So that'd be fast. That might be Hawthorne's. That could be Hawthorne. It is Hawthorne's. So Hawthorne's bend the 31 coming in shot. Runs in quite quick. Does something break, or does he bump off the curb there? Was there a puncher? That'll be a big hit, that. Oh, it's a massive hit. Look at the rector cell barrier just going up in the air. Don't be too concerned about that. That's like a foam barrier that goes up in the air.
And we're getting ready for race start here at Brands Hatch GP. They all slide about. That's a great start, but not good at the back, as Ian Duggan, the champion, makes contact there at the back. That's going to be surely a restart, but it's the race leader is Aston Millar from Reece Summerfield. Sideways moment for Wes Pearce. Thankfully, everybody manages to clear Wes Pearce, and as you were...
On the back row, to your left, I think he's just overcooked that, because there's 2 black lines, which says to me that it's the 2 wheels have spun and it's turned 90 left into Nick Halstead. Nick Halstead would have wondered what on earth had gone on then, because he was in a straight line. And then Wes Pearce looks like he maybe was tapped, but I don't want to... There we go. Right, bottom right. Watch that car. It's on a slope. The car starts to oversteer, and it doesn't even go that far. It's a real shame. A lot of damage. The front left is damaged hard from the Nick Halstead contact.
Empson's going to the outside, he's going to challenge Summerfield. They go wide. Up the inside goes the champion, Garrett. Henry Dawes goes around, hopefully not into the barrier, just on the grass. We breathe again. The Wolf Motorsport car is a rerun of Henry Dawes.
Oh, yeah, that just looks like cold rear tyres for Henry Dawes. He just got on the throttle early, and it was never... Summerfield, Tom Empson, yeah.
Tom Empson challenging. Space there at the moment.
He was always going to be there. He wasn't going to disappear, was he?
No.
And Summerfield just turned in and thought that he would back out of it. Yeah, that's a shame, that, because Empson really had, his nose down there, and he can't just anchor up and disappear. That's a shame, that.